Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Tuesday, the 31st of October 2023. Today's Millwall news. There's been some movement on the manager situation, supposedly, we are led to believe. It's not done and dusted, it's not concrete, it's just more speculation. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of fucking pissed off with it at the moment. So I've left that to the end of the video, so if you want to hear about that, skip to it. But we're going to talk about some other stuff before we get to that, and that is tickets. Limited tickets remain for Millwall versus Southampton. Now, obviously, this was at the start of the season. This was one of the big home games that I think many people were attracted to. This one, the Leeds one, Leicester game. So tickets are in short supply. And interestingly, the story didn't load, but if I press refresh, maybe it will. Too busy trying to load an advert, I guess. Millwall take on Southampton and Sky Bet. Yep, here we go with the advert. Millwall take on Southampton in Sky Bet Championship on Saturday, the 4th of November, kick-off 3 p.m. with limited tickets remaining in certain areas of the den. So it's a bit of subterfuge there. Limited tickets in certain areas, not all round. The Docker stand and Barry Kitchener stands have extremely limited availability, with tickets in a small number of blocks remaining. More availability remains meanwhile in the Cold Blow Lane stand, but be quick, because once they're gone, they're gone. So yeah. And what is that? So what we're on Tuesday, so that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 4 days to go. It might sell out. It might sell out before then. I did say earlier in the season in one of the videos that if you're wanting to get to these big games like that, the Leeds game, the Leicester game, so there are going to be times when you probably going to have to buy a ticket in advance. You can't just rock up on match day, which is kind of weird, isn't it? Being a Millwall fan, we're in a big time. We're selling all these tickets. Let's hope it's a better atmosphere than the Bristol City game, which was a similar situation where it was selling out. So we can wait and see. But tickets as well for another game that's I think. And again, this hasn't loaded. It loaded that advert pretty fucking quick though, yeah. And another advert. So the Ipswich Town, they've announced details for that, selling details. I'll see they moved the kickoff for that because that's going to be live on Sky. It was supposed to be 7:45. They've moved it back to 8 p.m. I don't know what that does to trains coming back. I think it's fine though, is it? I think the trains go back to Liverpool Street quite late into the night. Or is that just on the Shenfield line? I'm not too sure. But tickets go on sale to season ticket holders from 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday the 1st. So by the time you're watching this, probably Wednesday the 1st. Tickets will then go on sale to members from 9:30 on Friday the 3rd. The tickets are 32 quid, 25 for over 65s, £19 for under 23s, and £10 for under 19s. I don't know, that's nice. Under 14 tickets will need to be purchased with an adult senior ticket. And there you go. We've got an initial allocation of 1,133 tickets. One of the closest games to Millwall this season. Not a long trek up north. But it's not the best places to go to, is it? Wooden seats and a shit old ground. And obviously they're flying in the league, so if we turn up with a new manager and hopefully put the sword to them, that could revitalise our season. And you could be there. Tickets are on sale. I've just told you when they go on sale. So there you go. Moving on to this. Talking to Adam Barrett, the Southern News have been. Adam Barrett assesses Millwall's progress on set-piece goals after line strike again against Watford. Millwall had previously been very strong on set-pieces, but were struggling to convert earlier in the season. Adam Barrett says he's very pleased Millwall finding their footing in set-pieces again. Wes Harding scored from a corner at Vicarage Road during the Lions' 2-2 draw with Watford on Saturday, the latest sign that the club has stepped up their efforts in dead ball situations. Harding also scored against Blackburn Rovers courtesy of Joe Bryan's free kick, while Duncan Watmore got on the score sheet after another Bryan free kick against Hull City. When he was part of Garrett's backroom staff, Barrett was one of the coaches who focused on taking advantage of set pieces, which has been a potent weapon for Millwall in previous seasons. Barrett told the News then, "Oh, I'm very pleased, obviously, to score the goal from the set play, and it put us in great position. We started to score. We started to look a bit more threatening, which I'm pleased about at the top end of the pitch, getting more shots off. So that's pleasing, and it's something we're encouraging and working on. It's been a positive over the last few games." Barrett is still searching for his first win as caretaker boss and has 2 draws and a loss from his 3 games in charge so far. It is Southampton at home and Sheffield Wednesday away for the Lions in their final games before November's international break. As things stand, Barrett will lead the team out against the Saints while Mill will continue to pursue a permanent manager. More on that later. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about the under-21s. I told you about it yesterday, but we now get all the information out. We've got the match report, some pictures and whatnot. Paul Robinson expressed his disappointment seeing Millwall under-21's unbeaten run come to an end on Monday. Yes, I didn't realise how long this was. 20 games. 20 games. Wow. Like, fair play. Obviously, they're upset that run comes to an end, but it had to end sometime. I mean, 20 games. Like, congratulations, guys. I mean, 20 games unbeaten. I mean, that's amazing. The Young Lions suffered a first loss in 20 professional development league matches against AFC Bournemouth at Calmont Road, with Romain Esse opening and scoring early on in the 2-1 defeat. "Oh, we're disappointed to lose today, first and foremost," Robinson told millwallfc.co.uk. "But we're also disappointed to lose our unbeaten run. It's frustrating. Having said that, we've had enough opportunities to win the game comfortably in the first 20-25 minutes. The things have put us on that run. We were 5 to 10% off them today. Football can do that, however, it's got that habit. It's a stark reminder that if you drop off your levels, this game will find you out. It's a really good opportunity for the players to be reminded of the standard that they have set over time." Now, why is Paul Robinson doing this interview? Now, sometimes he does do the interviews, but is Kevin Nisbet, Kevin Nugent, is he literally ignoring the under-21s now? Is he just dealing with the first team? Did he not even turn up to the sidelines for this game? I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but Paul Robinson has in the past done the post-match interviews, so that might be a thing. So don't know. So we've got the match report here. First loss in 20 matches. Romain Esse gave the Lions an early lead at Calmont Road, but 2 goals, 1 in either half from the Premier League Cherries, ensured Kevin Nugent's side suffered a first defeat in 20 matches, stretching across 22-23 and 23-24. With Connell Trueman in goal and Esse starting in attack, the scoring was opened in just the 2nd minute as Abdul Abdulmalik robbed the Bournemouth defensive possession and squared to Esse, who calmly slotted past Cam Plain. However, despite chances to extend their lead, Millwall were pegged back shortly before the half-hour mark as Bauer Aslandra struck a first-time effort into the net. 4 minutes into the second half, the Cherries were in front as Daniel Adu-Adeye took advantage of a defensive lapse to round Trueman and score. Defensive lapse. Was that a back pass? The Lions tried to find an equaliser from there, but instead were made to experience a loss for the first time since a 4-2 reverse at Cardiff City on the 21st of February. Next up for Millwall under-21s is a trip to Colchester United on Friday night. So it is going to be on Friday night. So that will be, or as it stands, they say that. We'll find out the day before. Obviously, a lot of rain this week, so maybe it might not even take place. It's set to take place at Malden and Tiptree United FC, or Malden and Tiptree FC. So that will be a game that you can attend. But, obviously, how many of the players will not be involved in that game, because they will be involved with the team on Saturday? I don't know. So the team was Trueman, Mackay, Ollie Evans, Grant, Walker, Adam Malachi, Cotton, Baker, Massey, Lawson, Abdulmalik, Esse and Leahy. Unused subs to George Evans, Owland and Oleg Bodie. So there you go. Moving on to pictures from that game. which is the closest we can get. This is some really good really takes the pictures at the right time of the players' faces. Like, he gets Duncan Watmore all the time with his face, way he looks, and that hasn't loaded either, so we'll just wait for this to load. And an advert. There you go. Yeah, he just gets them at the right time for the faces. That's Abdulmalik there. I think that's Horsley Mackay. That, I believe, is Massey. That's Abdulmalik again. Leahy and Essay. Mackay. I think that's Massey. Romain Essay there. Adam Maliki. Essay. George Walker. Kamal Grant. Adam Maliki again. Romain Essay. Was that the goal? That may have been the goal. And then I think that's it. We're back around again. So yeah, I think that was the goal. So yeah, like I said, manager news coming up soon. But before we get to that, and again it hasn't loaded. What is going on with this website or my internet connection? I don't know. So we just wait again for it to refresh and an advert to pop up. Bing bong, there you go. Of course. Now, the latest Loanwatch. Chinockley and Bromley moved up to 3rd place in the Vanarama National League table last weekend. 3rd place, Bromley. You remember them? We used to play them in pre-season nearly every year. 3rd place in the conference. They may be going into League 2. Can you believe that? Chinockley and Bromley moved up to 3rd place. The defender played 90 minutes as the Ravens won 1-0 at Woking, courtesy of Deji Eliriri's 58th minute goal to move within 9 points of leaders Chesterfield. Elsewhere, Alex Mitchell played his part as Lincoln City, gained a 1-1 draw from their long journey to Exeter City, whilst there was less fortunes for the Wilson duo of Carl Smith and Abdul Abdulmalik as the Stones were beaten 1-0 at Solihull Moors. Smith was in the lineup for the full match and Abdulmalik was an unused substitute. Joe Wright, meanwhile, was an unused substitute. Salford City drew 0-0 at Barrow. So, coming up, you can watch Chinockley live on BBC Two, yes, on the British Broadcasting Corporation, number 2, Saturday evening, 5:45 p.m. Bromley versus Blackpool, FA Cup, first round. How about that? Not bad. And there's some various other games there. I can tell you that obviously this was posted up this morning. 2 of the games have taken place. So I can tell you about that. Joe Wright played for Salford City because he's playing in their EFL Trophy games. And Salford City won that game 4-3 against Manchester United under 21. So, bit of a local derby and not bad there. Alex Mitchell played full 90 minutes for Lincoln City as they lost at home to Oxford United. That's not good. And there you go. That is the latest Loanwatch. Now, are we on the managed news yet? No, we've got this first. Let's see if this is loaded. Yeah. So Abdul Abdulmalik discusses Wilson loan spell. Abdul Abdulmalik has had a mixed time during his loan spell at Wealdstone, but is determined to keep applying himself in his hunt for first team experience. The striker, who's one of the main goal threats of Kevin Nugent's under-21 side, is currently with the Vanarama National League side on a youth loan, meaning he can play for both sides until January 2024. Speaking after the under-21 suffered a first defeat in 20 professional development league matches against AFC Bournemouth on Monday, Abdulmalik told millwallfc.co.uk of the differences between playing football at both levels. My loan spell has been good and bad parts, he said. At the beginning, we were picking up wins and draws, but recently we've been in a bad run of form, and I haven't been starting as much. Right now, it's about applying myself well and getting back into the team to further my experience. There are differences to playing under 21s football and men's football, especially in the National League. It's a lot more physical, and the ball is in the air against bigger defenders. Abdulmalik is sharing his time in North West London with fellow under-21 star Carl Smith, with both earning the right to play first-team football, along with the likes of Chin Ockley and Nana Boateng off the back of their successful campaign last year, in which they won both the South Division and National final titles. Despite having his mate along for the ride, however, Abdulmalik is keen to get involved in the squad game. I'm at Wealdstone with Carl, but we're not stuck together all the time. We're able to mix in with the other lads, but still maintain our friendship at the same time. Last season was a good season for us, and we're reaping the benefits of that with the guys who are getting loan spells, new contracts, etc. Hopefully, we can continue developing and get close to the first team. Yeah. I watched Abdulmalik play for Wealdstone. He started when they played Dorking away. And for some reason, they played him in the midfield. I guess maybe in the number 10 role, sort of, but he was a bit deeper than that. Yeah, it's kind of not really where he should be playing, I don't think. I understand why they did it, because he can get on the ball and he can twist and turn and he can run through. He's got really good acceleration and pace. But he just kind of lost there. But he did okay. He did okay. Yeah. Good luck to you, mate. Good luck to you. Crack on. Keep going. Now we move on to the manager bullshit. And we've got some news out. Some of it a bit something tangible, shall we say, tangible. I'm trying to find the right word, tangible. I guess because maybe people were watching. I'm not going to be big-headed. Maybe they're watching the video I made yesterday. And just think like it's just a bit. It's all a bit tedious now. You know what I mean? Like it's this guy. Oh no, it's this guy. This guy's the favourite now. It's like I'm kind of losing interest now. I mean, don't care really. I was like, I think I should just not bother and just wait until whoever it is and give them a chance. Obviously, I would prefer. I think I would prefer Kevin Muscat, to be honest with you, but I'm not like hardcore. But then, like, if you do have a choice, I've seen like people saying, "Oh, they want this guy," and they certainly don't want other people. If someone gets in who's not your choice, but he's not one of you hated, like how long are you going to give him? You're going to give him 5 games? You're going to give him 10 games? Like how much grace does he get? I don't know. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, the South London Press's online website. Mill cut down managerial shortlist as they progress search Gary Rowett's successor. Mill will progress in the search for their next manager and have whittled down their initial shortlist. The Lions held initial talks with around 10 candidates last week. So, we've got some concrete information. It might not seem like much. They had a first round of 10 candidates for initial talks with 10 candidates. The South London Press understands that former Birmingham City boss John Eustace is not in the running. So either he's didn't want it, or they told him what it would entail with the budget or whatever, and he didn't want it. Former Luton Town and Southampton manager Nathan Jones is under consideration. So there you go. We've got a positive. We've got one who's in consideration. We've got one who's definitely out of it. Although in the betting, he hasn't gone massively out. Mill promised a thorough process, and it is now 13 days since Gary Rowett left by mutual consent. Last time, the South London club took 18 days to appoint Rowett after Nero Harris stepped down. So, even though we're kind of getting jaded with the process now, well, I am. This is literally saying, last time it took 18 days. So if it's on the same pattern, there's 5 more days to go. So just everyone chill the fuck out, which I understand. So, like I say, it's good that they put this out. I think they probably fed this to Richard Corley, and Millwall did, and he's given us something which is better than just looking at the odds every day and seeing them skew all over the place. Rowett achieved 2 top 8 finishes in his 4 seasons at the helm with Millwall, also finishing 9th and 11th as they consolidated into a solid championship outfit. Adam Barrett has been caretaker charge for the last 3 games. The Lions' assistant manager has taken 2 points from 3 matches, 2 of those on the road at Preston North End and Watford. They lost 2-1 at home to Blackburn Rovers last week. What's the French name? Plus ça change, ça change, ça change. The more things change, the more they stay the same, huh? Millwall are at home to Southampton on Saturday, in front of what is expected to be a sellout crowd at the Den. So they tacked on that thing at the end. So I think they just wanted to tell you the first 2 things, and then they tacked on that stuff at the end just to bulk it out. So they're telling us there were 10 candidates. John Eustace is not in. He's out of it. Either we've ruled him out or he's ruled himself out. Nathan Jones is definitely still in it. So if Lions have held initial talk with 10 candidates, Nathan Jones is under consideration. That means he's on to the next round. And then they've told us, look, last time it took 18 days. We're only 13 days in. Everyone relax. So there you go. Some concrete information, finally, after 13 days. Nice! Now, talking of... So we've got that from Richard Corley in the South London Press. We've got this from InsideFootball.com. Nathan Jones now strong contender for Millwall job. A former Southampton manager, Nathan Jones has emerged as a strong contender to take over from Gary Rowett at Millwall, according to the Daily Telegraph. Yeah, there's a guy at the Daily Telegraph. You may recognise the thing on Twitter. His profile picture, and he put this up at 4:23. Nathan Jones is emerging as a strong contender for the job at Millwall after impressive in talks. Other candidates are in the frame with further interviews to take place this week, but Jones is regarded as a good fit. Muscat or Eustace unlikely at this stage. How does he know that? I don't know. And he is the Midlands football reporter for the Daily Telegraph. So Nathan Jones was at Stoke. Is that the Midlands? Luton, is that the Midlands? Is that how he knows? Who told him this? Did Millwall tell him this? Did Nathan Jones tell him this? Don't know. But if we go back to this story, the Championship side parted ways with their manager for the last 4 seasons. Following an unimpressive start to the 23-24 domestic season, Barrett side are expected to be challenging at the top end of the table. Poor results mean they currently sit just 18th. The hunt for a successor has been on a number of names already being linked. Yokohama F. Marinos manager Kevin Muscat, who held talks with Scottish Giants Rangers, is interested in Millwall. However, now former Southampton boss Jones has emerged as a strong contender for the post. The manager has managed to impress the Millwall board following discussions, though further interviews are set to take place over the week. It is claimed that Muscat and former Birmingham City manager John Eustace are considered unlikely to be appointed, so they're just repeating. They literally took that tweet and made a story out of it, which is it's free, isn't it? So what does that do? Well, on the back of that, we now have a new front runner, Nathan Jones. His odds on 4-6 at BetVictor and Parry Match, 5-4 at Sky Bet. But with John Eustace literally being ruled out, he's only gone out at 8-1 with Sky Bet, but 16s for BetVictor and Parry Match. And if we go back to that story that the South London Press put out where they said there were 10 candidates, that probably explains why Steve Bruce came in suddenly. Because if you think there's 10 candidates, well, who are they going to be? Well, if we look at the first 7, it's probably those, yeah? So Nathan Jones, Bill, Muscat, Bruce, Eustace, Warnock, Barrett, that's 7. And there's 3 others. Are they the foreign managers? Because I don't know if you do. QPR have already. Neil Warnock isn't going to QPR. I told you the other day that some geezer said the Daily Telegraph said that Neil Warnock was going to QPR. Well, he's not, because they've already appointed the manager, and it's the manager of Hammarby from Sweden. So was we talking to him? Fuck knows, who knows? But yeah, so crazy stuff going on here. So we talked to 10 people, so yeah, you've got to think it's the top 7, and there's 3 others. But Nathan Jones coming in 4 to 6 now. I wouldn't put any money on that. I mean, like they say, that he's just the front runner going into the second round of interviews. What's that going to be? We don't know. Does he need to do a presentation? Like they do on Sky with the touchscreen, where he's got to move things around. I have fucking no idea. Has he got to do one of those things where they make he's got to use straws and paper and make a bridge? Is it like that? Is some kind of apprentice bullshit? You've seen the things on that show The Apprentice, some kind of shit test like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's now Nathan Jones. It was Michael Will the other day. It was Kevin Muscat. Certainly not going to be John Eustace. Apparently, we've got 5 days to wait. So you would think the day after the Southampton game, maybe. I don't know. It's like I said, I'm a bit jaded now. Just want to crack on with it. Unless it's Kevin Muscat, I'm happy to wait. But yeah, it's just getting a bit shit now, isn't it? So we go again. Come back tomorrow and see who the new favourite will be, and which rumour set it off. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.